here comes Mandalorian and Grogu with a feature motion picture. Be like, who the hell asked for that? Hey everyone, less than a month left before my night of sit-down comedy back in Chicago at the Lincoln Lodge. We sold out before, let's do it again. Get your tickets by going to doubletoastedchicago.com or scan the QR code right there, and I'll see you soon. I just saw them on TV. I wasn't asking for no Mandalorian. Is Disney Plus gonna give me a free ticket? Because why should I pay for a product that I give, that I already pay for at home? I'm already paying for this Mandalorian and this old baby Yoda right here.
Right.
And y'all want more money from me? Now you're getting greedy, Disney. Now you're getting greedy. And I'm right there with y'all. Nobody asked for this.
No.
This is something that I guess Disney, that mouse thought Mando fever was going to last forever. Oh, boy. You like the show, just wait till you see me cook it up now.
Yeah, it's too bad it takes, years to make a movie.
Yeah.
And there's no way to calculate, So, yeah, something is hot. You're like, let's get this movie started. 2
Yep.
years later, maybe it's not so hot anymore.
Yeah, and that's kind of where we are right now. People like, hey, look, man, it was hot when it came out, and then y'all had an all right season, and y'all had a season that wasn't so good. And now now what? You want me to come back and see a movie? Y'all know how much movies cost today? Man, you better give me a bag of Jiffy Pop and put this on Disney Plus right here. But here we are. We got the movie, whether you asked for it or not. And I guess they said this is an adventure too big for Mando's small screen. We got to put him on the big screen. Then them huts still out there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jabba's dead, but he got a brother and a sister or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, twin brother and sister.
Yeah, the twins.
Yeah.
The power vacuum. And it gets all Game of Thrones up in them in Hutland.
In Hutville. But the rebellion, they said, listen, so the Hutts, they've been cooperating and they've been helping us with some information, and we helped them out with a special mission to get their nephew. Then you know what? They say they're going to help us out even more. But they are Hutts. They are assholes, and they are never meant to be trusted. Mm-hmm. So, Mando, after you get through with this mission for us, we need you to go rescue their nephew and bring it back to them and get what information you can, but watch your back because, as we said, the Hutts are not to be trusted because, after all, they are criminals. They are gangsters. How does this work out? Mainly, is it worth going to the movie to see? A lot of people said, still sounds like a couple of episodes we could have seen on TV. Let's go ahead and watch this trailer for The Mandalorian and Grogu, the motion picture, and we'll be back with our review.
And then the young protect the old.
It is the way, Martin. And some people are saying not only did I see some of this in the TV show, but they got hints of Clone Wars in there, another TV show.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So some of this is an extension of Clone Wars.
Oh, okay. That went over my head.
Yeah, well, it would, because unless you watch the show.
Yeah.
I don't watch the show either. I follow like a couple of storylines, but I don't know a lot of things.
Okay. Well, if it's in there, it didn't stop to do it. It didn't interrupt my understanding what was going on.
No. You know what? And see, that's what I want to get to right here, man. Because the big question with this, as I just said, was this needed? And the answer is going to vary with different people, but for me, the answer is yes, for me. Mm-hmm. Yes, hell yes, it was needed. Yes, very much. And I was the one talking shit about the trailer. Oh, I already know what I'm going to say about this. I'm looking at this damn trailer. I can do my review right now.
Yeah.
And you know what? I can. That don't change anything. But y'all know me. I'm the curmudgeon.
You are.
I am the anti-nostalgia guy.
You are.
I don't want no legacy stuff.
Nope.
Look, I hung out with Vader and Luke back in the day. Mm-hmm. Shit, me and Harrison Ford are Han Solo, as his friends call him, We were boys back in the day.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I've done all this before. I don't want to see all this stuff coming in. I don't want no legacy stuff that is shoved in for fan service, for cheap nostalgia, and a corporate cheap buck. I don't want that, man. You know, because it's ruining good story material and good story potential. Because there is no story in the first place. It's all, hey, remember this.
Yeah.
I'm sick of it. I'm tired.
Yep.
Been tired.
Yep.
Y'all tired of hearing me talk about it.
Sick and tired of being sick and tired.
I know some of y'all looking at this review like, oh, hell, here we go again. I don't even want them to look at this review because all they're going to do is sit up there and complain. I remember back in the day where them clouds
Where the
at.
clouds at.
Man, I just want something fun. And if you got to simplify it to do that, then so be it. Please do. And that's what this is, man. You know, this is just for me, this was just a fun space adventure. It was just something where simplifying the story, it's not original. Some of it is too generic. But for myself, when it's good, it even transcends Star Wars. And again, everybody's going to have a different reaction to this because I think that's the kind of movie that it is. You know, some people are going to be with it or not. I think it's giving us enjoyable elements from other genres out there. Westerns, other space serials like Flash Gordon.
Which is what Star Wars was supposed to be in the first place.
Exactly. Exactly, man. Comic book superheroes, especially the cosmic and space ones like Rom. Space Knight.
You remember that? Well, pulling out Rom.
Yeah, man. You know how I know Rom?
How you know? You had the toy?
Yeah. And when I had the toy, I had to get the comic. So I read some Rom books back in the day, man. Of course, the obvious one also is Japanese manga and cinema, Lone Wolf and Cub, which was that from the very beginning. Man, they even have an 80s synth score with this that you don't hear very often.
True.
Which, you know, again, it's like an 80s sci-fi movie in that way. Or, you know, even some 80s sci-fi shows. This might, you know, this movie might even be derivative in a way. But I think for Star Wars, it's refreshing for me. You know, it's refreshing to not be shackled down by heavy nostalgia. And also, I think it's it's easy to get into other stories outside of all the legacy stuff that we've been doing. And like I said, man, I can see you probably gonna disagree with me on this, and I don't mind because I know people. Well, I never mind, but I think it's gonna be that divisive for people. You know, I don't think it's gonna work for a lot of people.
Well, shit. What's wrong? Oh,
man, you know what? Already, I changed my mind. Man, you know what? I see what you're gonna say already. I'm sick of you, man. No, I'm closing the door.
Okay. I was like, what? I haven't said anything yet.
I know what you're gonna say. I'm out of here, man. No.
I respect your opinion, and you having fun with this. I hate to disagree with you, so I won't.
I knew it, Martin. I know you now.
Yeah, you know me. No, honestly, for all those pre-reviews, those early reviews that were calling it generic and unnecessary, I'm like, well, okay, look, it's not breaking any new ground, but I didn't think it was generic. I mean, like you said, it's a good space adventure. And all that, you know, before we were like, oh man, they're going back to Hoth and all this. No, that's the opening scene.
Yeah.
And it's a pretty exciting opening scene. And this has a lot of really great action set pieces in it. And while it doesn't dig that much deeper into the characters, that's not even really what it's about, because it is about the adventure itself. And you're right. You're not getting bogged down in Star Wars lore. I mean, I guess if you watch Clone Wars, you might recognize some of these characters.
Yes.
But, you know, yeah, the Hutts are there, but not Jabba.
Yeah.
The Force is used minimally and never called that.
Yes. Yes.
There's no hint of Skywalkers anywhere in this. And they visit different environments. It's like all the things we were complaining that the Star Wars movies weren't doing, they do in this. They visit different environments. And we're not hearing about Jedi or Sith or none of that.
Yeah, man.
And this is like the first fresh Star Wars movie in a long time.
Yeah, man. I mean,
and you're right. It opens it up to like, oh, we're expanding the galaxy where other stories can be told.
Exactly. Man, you get what I'm saying 100%.
Oh, absolutely.
And I understand if some people don't, but you would, yeah, you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, even honestly, back when we were hearing, reading about mixed reactions, it made me wonder. I was like, I wonder about this mixed reactions thing.
Yeah.
Because that's so much. Star Wars is such a legacy that people come in with expectations, what they feel. We talked about gatekeeping earlier, about, well, it should be this, or it should have that. Well, I watched Clone Wars, and it does this. Well, back in that day, I grew up with these movies, and they did this. And it's like, let it be what it's going to be.
Yeah, yeah.
And this, I can, the question of, did it need to be a movie in the theater? And yeah, like you said, yes, because it does have that bigger budget. It has bigger scope than the TV shows do.
Yeah.
Even though they spend a lot of money in those shows, there's still budgetary concerns, and you can see them if you look close. And here, there's money to really expand on where they are, and just like the areas where they're, the vistas, all of it. It felt like a lived-in world.
Yes, it finally feels like we're going to the parts of this galaxy, this world, this universe that we're not retreading or forcing. Because man, beforehand they were trying to force Skywalker stuff into everything. I was like, is this a galaxy or a neighborhood? You know?
And that's all studio stuff.
Yeah.
Every time with something like that, it's always the studio going, well, this is what makes us money, so put this in.
Yeah.
Well, get that in there.
Now, I will say, again, asking that question, did it need to go to the big screen? So, as I said before, you can tell that this was planned when The Mandalorian was a more popular TV show.
Yeah, this must have been planned like into season 1, maybe season 2.
Yeah, the popularity is not as high right now. Nothing against the show. So, in that sense, no, it did not need to go to the big screen. But in addition to everything that you just said, the set pieces, visiting different worlds, man, it's also a big creature feature too.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
And I can tell that a higher budget was used just solely for making cool monsters, creatures. And maybe that's my nostalgia kicking in, because a lot of this reminded me of Ray Harryhausen movies.
Well, that's the thing. They when it comes to all the creatures and the aliens, they're mixing it up with CG puppets and stop motion.
Yeah. And if you ever watched a Ray Harryhausen movie, I don't know because y'all are young, but Ray Harryhausen was a stop motion animator, and he was the George Lucas for us back in the day.
Yeah.
He was the top creature effects guy, or the special effects guy. He did stop motion creatures for so many movies. Now to y'all, that looks like claymation today, given the technology we have. But back in the day, that was our Star Wars.
Yeah.
A lot of this stuff is just modern Ray Harryhausen scenes, like the fight scenes with the creatures. That whole gladiator scene. Listen, it ain't nothing but a Star Wars Pokemon fight because it's just different creatures. But it is kind of silly. It's probably more silly than it is a good fight scene. But for the kid in me who loves seeing different creatures, who, again, grew up watching stuff like that right there, I was like, okay, that's appealing to me, man. And Martin, I'm gonna be good to you this week, man.
No ads.
Oh, there's an ad. I'm just going to let you know that I'm about to do an ad. I'm not going to ambush you, Martin.
That's your definition, all right.
Yeah.
Of being good to me. Yeah,
no ads. Are you crazy? Are you daft, man? We had to give a word out to our sponsor, Shopify, Martin.
Sure.
You're familiar with Shopify?
Yeah, I am now.
Yeah. Tell you about it every week. And I tell y'all every week. And I'm going to keep telling you because I don't think it's sinking in. I keep telling y'all how talented and gifted you all are. You make all these cool things. You make cool clothes. You make cool toys. You make voodoo dolls of Martin and I right here. And they work. Oh
look at that. Come on, man.
Yeah, people. And you should be selling these things. You should be making your own business. You should be making your own business online. Be your own online entrepreneur. And the best place to start is with Shopify. Because with Shopify, it is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world and 10% of all commerce in the U.S. From household names like Mattel, Gymshark, to people just like you getting started. They handle all that business for you. Get started with your own design studio. You have hundreds of ready-to-use templates that Shopify will help you use to build a beautiful online store that matches your style, which means your brand. That's business talk there, Martin.
Is that right?
That is right. You'll get used to it when you get into business too. And Shopify is packed with helpful AI tools that write product descriptions, page headlines, and those pretty pictures of your product that you took to advertise, they'll make it prettier for you. And you'll be able to get the word out like you have a marketing team behind you. Easily create email and social media campaigns wherever your customers are scrolling. And Shopify will not leave you stranded. They got your back because they got that award-winning 24/7 support. I'm going to support you right now with this code because you're going to save some money and start making some money. Put in shopify.com/toasted, all lowercase, and get a $1 per month trial period. Again, that's shopify.com/toasted, all lowercase, get that $1 per month trial period. I want to thank Shopify for sponsoring the show today. And Martin, I want to thank these people for being here. Couldn't do without them. If I could buy you, I would.
I feel like you have.
True, very true. There was also, as you said, Martin, man, the creatures, the aliens, money went to that, and there are a couple of set pieces, action set pieces that, yeah, if I was watching this at home, I would probably be like, that would look cool on the big screen. That opening sequence, I don't want to be hyperbolic about this, man, because it is, it's still the Mandalorian TV show brought to the screen. But that opening sequence is really is amazing, man. It's really well done.
We missed him. He's under us.
We have him.
We see him. Shit.
I said, yeah, I see him. I mean, just fast. If Indiana Jones was a space dude, this is the kind of action scene we would get.
Yeah.
That's it. I really thought that was pretty thrilling. The money showed right there for that. And that's the opening. They put the money right out there. The movie opens with money.
Yeah.
I think also the movie gives both Mando and Grogu their moment. And I think story-wise, that's maybe not as justified for a movie. They could have been long episodes, but I do like that the movie did in one long form with no break show Mando getting the big chunk of the movie and then little Grogu pulling up the rear.
I will say, something I thought wasn't great was that so much of the movie is the Mandalorian. Like the vast majority of it.
Yeah,
where I was just kind of like, I don't know if we need Grogu here. It's not till like the third act where he starts. Like halfway through the third act that he starts to do something. Because I was like, yeah, you're just kind of around. Huh?
But when they do, well, I get to that in a little bit.
Yeah.
When they do, man, I was like, okay. So you were right though. Mando does take up. He's the chunkiest part of this movie. He takes up the majority of the film, and I actually love the Mandalorian in this.
Yeah, he's badass.
Yeah, man. Listen, because he's just coming in with no complicated, long ass stories. He just gets to be a cool bounty hunter, man. This is the closest we gonna get to Boba Fett.
The Boba Fett you wanted.
A cool Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Not that old punk ass Boba Fett we saw on that TV show where, man, because I know what they did, because no one knew what to do with this man. Not even George Lucas knew what to do with this because Boba Fett is a piece of shit and they didn't know what to do with a villain. So when they put him in the show and tried to make him good, he was boring as fuck. He's taking baths half the time and sitting at the table negotiating with gangsters. You're supposed to be killing these gangsters, man, and everybody else. So the Mandalorian is, he's Boba Fett 2.0. They can start fresh, retcon him as a good guy. But, when he has all the ruthlessness of Boba Fett, man, he was quick with that flamethrower.
Hell yeah. I mean, sometimes during the show, it's like, man, you got all these things. Why are you letting people get the drop on you? In this movie, he's like, I got these tools and I'm going to use them.
Boy, he cooked so many people. You better not put hands on him. He flame broiled so many people. I almost called that fool Burger King. He made whoppers out of all these people, man. Yeah, he was quick to use that flamethrower, man. He was always setting people on fire. I love that he was ruthless, man. He went in and was just blasting people. They were all bad guys, but he didn't hesitate to kill people. He'd kill a whole room.
Yeah, even the ones when they were like, if you could bring him in alive, he's like,
Yeah, no, yeah.
I don't know about all that.
I got tired of messing with his ass.
Yeah.
I like that he wore the helmet through the whole movie, and of course it's Pedro Pascal, so you know they're gonna take the helmet off.
Well, I thought the movie did a good thing of kind of closing a loophole, maybe. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I wouldn't know if I consider it a retcon, but it's more like not closing a loophole, but like redefining something. Because in the show it was always you can never take your helmet off.
Yeah,
But in the movie they were like you can't take your helmet off in front of your enemies. You can't
Yes.
show your enemies. It's like that makes a lot more sense. And if you do, they gotta die.
thank you, Martin. I
It's
thought
like okay, that makes perfect sense now.
when they did that in the movie, I got up and said, "Well, why did you say that in the first place?"
You, the outcast, for letting an enemy.
Not if you all die.
It'd be like, well, here, let's go ahead and keep it, man.
Yeah. He said, "I'm glad you took this shit off.
Yeah, right.
You just made my decision much more easy." Yeah, thank you for explaining that, because they were like, "You can't take the helmet." I was like, "What is this for? He's shaving under the helmet? Take the helmet off, he's looking like this." I thought that same like you, Martin. That was a great way of bringing it into the story, and that's a reasonable explanation. That's a logical explanation. So when you were talking about Grogu, man, I love Grogu's part though. I really did. Now it can't get cutesy. This is leaning more towards the family film. This is not Andor, and I don't mind that. This is a fun family adventure. That's cool because it can.
I mean, once you get past all the murdering, it's a family adventure.
Well, it's people getting murdered with helmets on, so you don't see the pain in their face when they're dying. And it's also a lot of robots.
Yeah.
Or a creature or two might get killed.
Yeah, or stormtroopers.
Yeah, exactly. People with the helmets on, But and then it can get cutesy, like the little mechanical guy or the little mechanic guys that you saw in the show. They're like the little funny puppet comedy relief.
Hey. The horrible baby. The bad baby.
So
when I went to see this right before, they showed a trailer for Minions. Matter of fact, they showed 3 Minions trailers.
Man, when I went to go see it, the Minions were controlling the trailers.
Yes.
Did you see that?
Yes.
And I said, man, I hope Mark is here late.
I wish. I got there when it started. Sat there 30 fucking minutes waiting through commercials and
Yes.
trailers. I was
Yes.
like, all right, I know it used to be 10, it used to be 15, it used to be 20. 30, a full 30 minutes?
Yeah.
I could have been doing stuff with my life.
I plan my trips to the theater if I have to go see a movie that we pay for.
Yeah.
I plan to get there 20 minutes after starting time.
Right. And I was prepared for the 20 minutes, but when it got to be 30 minutes, I was like,
yeah.
you got to be kidding me.
Yeah. No, it's no joke today, man. Man, at the theater that I went to, sorry, people, this is a little aside. Man, they were not only just showing trailers, they were showing commercials for side paneling your house, redoing your windows and your showers. I was like, get the fuck out of here, man. I'm about to take this number down and tell you better cut this shit off. Start this movie. Nobody's gonna buy this shit. We're waiting for a movie to start.
Of course.
I didn't mind that it got a little cutesy. I will say, and this is gonna be probably me having an unpopular opinion. Surprise, surprise. But I know people love practical effects. There was some times when I said, all right, this is cool for Baby Yoda or Grogu, but sometimes you're starting to like the Muppet Show, man. I was thinking you can use just a little CG sometimes. Just a little bit.
You're the guy who loves the Muppets. So I came in here thinking I was going to be the one to say all that. And you were going to jump on me.
Yeah, I love the Muppets on the Muppet Show on Sesame Street.
Yeah, no, I was like, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I kind of wish y'all use CG or some CG enhancement because they are just too obviously puppets. Even Grogu is too obviously a puppet, and it's making me detached from what's going on. I'm supposed to feel something, but I just see a puppet walking around doing this shit.
Yes, man. There are times when it looks like a doll on a stick.
Yes,
and they doing this with
it. With his little walk.
Yeah.
And like sometimes they want to articulate the walk and it's plah, plah. And at other times, from a distance, he's just like, do, 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 do.
It looks like a wind-up toy.
Yeah.
You could tell that head is on a stick underneath that robe, and they rotating it. It's like, man.
Well, I was just reading a thing before I came over here where it said that, like, when they first, doing the first season, they had the puppet just really as a placeholder. But Werner Herzog was the one like, oh, stop, don't be cowards.
Don't be a coward, embrace the puppet.
Yeah.
Y'all know that man is crazy too, right? Y'all listen to the advice of an insane person. Of course he'd tell you to do that shit because it was weird.
Yeah, it's not his.
Yeah.
He's going to walk away from this.
Shit, he made y'all a puppet. You can listen to his ass. But I did love his part when it came to it in the movie, and I tell you why, because it was a lot of his stuff. It was a silent movie for the most part. It wasn't a lot of dialogue. They had some dialogue.
No, I know. It made me think of Miyazaki,
right? Because of the environment and then you got a cute character that looks like a Miyazaki character. And Japanese animated Miyazaki, and then it was very silent, and it was him taking care of the Mandalorian who was injured. And man, I like the way he stepped up. Martin, you're right. I like the way he was using the Force, but it wasn't a big deal. And man, they had one part, and it got to me. Like Mando just laid out. He might be dead, and Grogu he did the best he could, and he just got into his arms and snuggled in. And I was like, oh, that's my baby. Remind me of my little Grogu right here. Pogu. Yeah, and I thought that section was done very well. Now, I will say, as much as I like this part, and I'm always the one making fun of him, I love that part, actually. I'll be honest with you. I'm getting tired of him trying to send me them cookies, though, man.
Trying to sell those cookies.
Man, yeah, because
Grogu cookies.
Them
Those macaroons.
Yeah, exactly.
Macarons.
Yeah, they straight up macarons, still got the foil on it and everything. I'm like, man, y'all bought that at the store down the street.
I love they come in a Girl Scout cookie sleeve.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, yes. Like, trying to sell them Grogu cookies, man. Come on now. Now, I know what y'all are saying. There is some legacy stuff in here. So what are you talking about? Because Rada the Hutt is a legacy character. He's Jabba's son. And I'll be honest with you, man, you didn't necessarily need Jeremy Allen White to do the voice.
Oh, okay. I saw his name in the credits, and I didn't know who he was in this.
That was him.
Okay.
So it's like, would you say that's stunt casting, or would you say it's just kind of casting for the name?
It does seem like casting for the name. It could have been anybody.
Yeah, it could have been anyone. It's kind of casting for the name right there. But I think the character was...
It's a good character.
Yeah. Okay, so listen, I don't mind legacy stuff if you're actually using it for a story.
Yes.
And I thought that Rada's story, man, I thought the character was developed. And they used him for telling the story. And I like what they did with him. And again, I'm not going to pretend I know much about Clone Wars, but I do know that I love what they did with this character, especially being that he was introduced as a baby.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's a big legacy character. He was introduced as a baby, as Jabba's son.
Oh, okay. Well,
and so now
he's all
swollen. Yeah, I like what they did with him. Now, if I had some complaints here talking about casting for name, Sigourney Weaver, they put in there for the name. I don't know if they really need
Well,
that.
I mean, she seems like she's always in sci-fi and geek properties. That's especially sci-fi. That's her thing.
Yeah.
I didn't so much mind casting her, but I did feel like she was sleepwalking through her delivery.
That's what man, thank you. I started
like
like
just the driest delivery.
Okay, I didn't want to criticize her, but I was like, maybe that's why I'm saying that, because it's Sigourney Weaver. You expect her to bring some gravitas to this role right here, and she was dry.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I didn't really like her in the movie.
It's like she was walking by and they asked her to put on the jacket and just say the lines. And she's like, I really got something to do, but all right, just for old time's sakes,
Man.
I guess.
Yeah, they put in a jacket and put in a helmet, and all. It's like, yeah, they just put it in there because of the name. She don't seem like she's into it. And then Martin Scorsese, he's in the movie, and I don't know.
I thought he's pretty good.
I like his character. Again, it was one of those things where did they need it? No, it's just some fun. I guess is he friends with Jon Favreau or something?
Probably so.
Yeah,
I mean, it seemed like one of those things like a favor, but he threw himself into it. He wasn't dry.
No, he was not.
I can use some information.
Whoa, for this price, I'll tell you whatever you want.
I'm looking for a hut.
Close for the night. Thank you.
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah.
He put himself into it. Again, I guess it's a fun thing to do. Oh, did you know that was Martin Scorsese? So, yeah, but listen, man. Also, now you talk about something from the Clone Wars. So the dude that's over Star Wars now is Dave Filoni. And Dave Filoni, he was all over Clone Wars, so he's the one that's bringing a lot of Clone Wars into the features that we see. And I think that's cool, but I think it also can be a problem. Like, if you know the character, like the bounty hunter that's looking for Mandalorian and Grogu, that's Imbo. And I believe that's a Clone Wars character, y'all, right? Forgive me if I'm wrong.
I believe so.
But if that's the case, that's good for fans that know him. But when you watch the movie, you don't know him. He's just a bounty hunter with a cool hat who does cool things with the hat. That's where Dave Filoni's fandom comes in, I think. I think there's certain moments where he's doing things strictly for the fans and for himself and doesn't really flesh out the characters for people who come in who don't know them, which for a movie like this, since it's not something that's such a deep dive, I thought it would have been good to give that character more personality.
Well, as we're saying, like the movie, it's simplified, almost to a fault. And we got plenty of characters going on. Introducing another character that's developed, that's another thing to juggle to try to get right with everything else. But this character, he's pretty much there to be a foil for the Mandalorian, because all the time you watch this movie, Mandalorian's the baddest thing in here, and you come across this guy, you're like, oh shit, and he was doing like some cool Captain America shit with that hat.
He was. He was doing some Mortal Kombat shit with that hat.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about development as much as I'm like personality, or maybe some little backstory we get from the Mandalorian himself. I just thought that character was just there. It was kind of mysterious, didn't have a personality.
I guess I see what you're saying.
Yeah, again, nothing that's hurting the movie for me, but I just wish the character had more personality for myself. That's it. It's 2 hours and 12 minutes, and so could have been shaved off a little bit.
Yeah.
But overall, man, listen, I gave my rating based on that trailer, and that's not a bad thing. I did it as a joke, and like I said at the time, I said it looks like a matinee, and it looks like a matinee in the best way. I'm not even saying that this is, I'm not saying matinee to put it down, but I had a lot of fun with this, and more fun than I expected.
Yeah, for sure.
And it really did appeal to the kid in me, and for a lot of those genre films that I'm talking about, or genres I'm talking about, and it appealed to me for what I like about Star Wars. I don't like Star Wars to see the Skywalkers over again. I don't see it for Darth Vader over and over again. I see it for the adventure, and that's what this did. It took me back to a good Star Wars adventure, and just a fun space adventure overall, man. So yeah, it's a matinee for me, man. I really enjoyed this.
Yeah. I came out, I paid a matinee price, and I got more than I expected.
Yeah.
maybe not up to, like, say, a full price, because like the dialogue isn't, it doesn't really spark that much. It stays pretty simple and plot wise, but it is easy to understand. And it gives you that adventure that you want, at least that you should have wanted. I think it's the best after the trilogy. It's the best after Rogue One. Like I would put Solo after that, and then all the other shit. You can fight it out. You can rank those if you however you want.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a movie so much better than you think it's going to be. At least for me. I didn't have low expectations. I had mid expectations, and I got a little bit more out of that. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, a high matinee.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this, man. It depends on what you're looking for, like I always say. But I think if you go in, man, and you just want to have a good time, it really is a fun time. I mean, it's great for the adults and the kids to go see.
Yeah, and I was afraid it might get into the Mandalorian lore, which they explored in a TV show, and I found to be not that interesting.
Yeah.
So I was really happy it didn't do any of that.
Yeah, for anybody who says this is the worst Star Wars movie out there, you need your ass whooped.
You do. I'm like, what are you comparing it to?
Yeah, I need to put on a Darth Vader costume and beat your ass because,
Did you see those last 3 Star Wars movies? That last one wasn't even a movie.
It really was not. You want to talk about some slop?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Give it a chance, y'all.